Hi everyone, and welcome to another edition of Away Days with your boy Divisional. Again, hope you're all having a good week. Hope you're had a good weekend so far over the weekend. Sorry about that. You can listen to me here, or you can watch me on my YouTube channel, where I'm also recording this as well. This is only going to be a quick one again. This is just for me to do the Wildcard Weekend in the NFL. The playoffs started, as we all know, this weekend, and what games we had. As you all know, I've done my predictions for these games, and I didn't really come out too good in them. But I still got two of them right, so I don't care what any of you say. I'm just going to quickly read out the scores. I'm going to start from what happened on Friday. Houston 45, the Cleveland Browns 14, Kansas City 26, Miami Dolphins 7, the Dallas Cowboys 32, the Green Bay Packers 48. I will bring up something about that game in a moment. The Detroit Lions 24, the LA Rams 23, the Buffalo Bills 31, Pittsburgh Steelers 17, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 32, and the Philadelphia Eagles 9. I need to go to the Dallas game. I just don't know what to think of this franchise anymore. As much as I'm a Falcons fan and we've not won the Super Bowl, when you look at the ratio of what the expectancy of this team is and what they've done, they should be doing a lot better. But for me, it just seems like they think that the regular season performance is enough, and once they get to the playoffs, they just crumble. And that's exactly what happened in this game over the weekend. Green Bay went in with a game plan. They started off aggressive. It wasn't even that aggressive, but they had a game plan, and it worked very, very well. Jordan Love, again, I'm going to get to him in a moment, because I'm going to speak about him and another quarterback who had another good weekend over in Houston is CJ Stroud. I'm going to speak about both of them in a moment, but Dallas, what can I say? I know a few Cowboys fans over in the States, and they didn't know what to say. I watched the game, the crowd, it's like they didn't know what to think. I'm not sure what's going to happen in regards to the coaching, but I'm pretty sure they're going to make some changes within that team. Again, like I said, regular season, they're always good, they're always strong, but for some unknown reason they get to the playoffs and they crumble. And against the Green Bay Packers team, which is very, very young, still very, very upcoming themselves, but they played very, very well, and I was very, very impressed with them. Don't get it twisted with the score, 48-32. Don't get it twisted with the numbers that you would have seen from Dak Prescott. Half of them, he had good numbers, but some of that was in garbage time. So we're not even going to go on about that with him. But I don't know what to think of Dallas now. I actually had them winning that game, and they let me down. So I don't know why I even thought I don't know what I was thinking, to be fair, in that regard, of thinking that they could actually win. I think I've learned my lesson now. I think if they make the playoffs next season, I'm going to say they're going to lose. So any Cowboys fans out there, I'm sorry, but you're saying you keep saying this is your year. Just now, what is it, 29 seasons now, and you're still waiting. So who knows? It might be on that year next year. In terms of, top performances, I'm going to bring the performances of Jordan Love and CJ Stroud. Both of them got a 157.2 rating, and literally the numbers are identical, by 2 yards. Jordan Love had 21 attempts with 16 passing completions for 272 yards and 3 touchdowns. CJ Stroud, again, same numbers, 16 completions out of 21, 3 touchdowns, but he got 274 yards. So all of it was in 2 yards, but both of them played really, really well. They both played like seasoned veterans this weekend. So top notches and top performances for the both of them. In that regard. Also, I have to give my kudos to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I really thought that Philadelphia were going to go into that with a different mentality, different mindset, but I think the season caught up with them. It's like I said in the review, you have your regular season, but when you go into the playoffs like this, it's a brand new season, because it literally is one game, and once the one game is done, that's it, it's done. But Tampa Bay really did do well in this game, so kudos to them, as much as they are a rival team. But yeah, they done very well last night. Buffalo, their game was postponed from Friday. I don't know if any of you guys saw, but yeah, it looked like about 6 to 8 inches of snow dropped. So much that some of the players had to dig out snow from their own cars to drive home. It was that bad. But again, the game was played yesterday. Buffalo, the first quarter they were brilliant, and then they went up 21. They went up 21-0 as well. Pittsburgh did right to try and come back, but I think Buffalo were a bit too strong at the end of the day, and deservedly went through. The only game which was the closest game was between Detroit and the Rams. I didn't really watch that game too tough, but I have said to everybody, don't sleep on Detroit. I think they're gonna surprise a few more people in this playoffs as well. I think they're gonna do very, very well as well. We spoke about Green Bay, Kansas City. Kansas City do what Kansas City do. I thought Miami would have given it a bit more of a game, but Kansas City dished out, they were a bit too strong in that one. And then obviously we spoke about Houston. I thought that was going to be a shootout game, but it turns out it was only a shootout one way. So again, congratulations to Houston as well. So moving on to the following week. The next week's games are the divisional games. Effectively, it would be seen as like a quarterfinals thing, but we're now down to the Elite Eight, as I like to call them, where we're now bringing in the number one seeds are going to come joining in the playoffs now after their bye week. San Francisco and Baltimore. In the NFC, it's the San Francisco 49ers. They're playing the Green Bay Packers, and the Detroit Lions are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. My predictions for these two games: I think Detroit will win. I think Detroit may have a little bit too much for Tampa Bay. Not without saying that Tampa Bay are going to allow them to waltz all over them. I don't think it's going to be that type of a game, but I do think that Detroit's running game is going to be the difference in this game. And I think with them being at home again, I think they will have the big advantage. So I think I'm going to go with Detroit. San Francisco and Green Bay, I don't know. I mean, San Francisco number one seed, Green Bay number 7. Most people think that San Francisco will go into this one quite comfortably. Me personally, again, I think it's going to be like the Detroit game. I don't think it's going to be as clear cut as what it should seem. I think Green Bay are going to come out similar to what they did against Dallas. But I will go with San Francisco purely because of their running game. I think, Chris McCaffrey is one of the best running. He's the best running back in the league. So I will go with Green Bay by a score. San Francisco. Sorry, I'll go San Francisco by a score. So San Francisco and Detroit. I'm going to go there. In the AFC, Baltimore are playing Houston and Buffalo are playing Kansas City now. Jeez. Probably 3 of the best AFC teams are in here right now. Houston, they're there. Like Detroit, they're the Cinderella story. Baltimore, Buffalo, and Kansas City, I actually did call it and say that these 3 teams would actually be where they are today. I did say that the other team would be Cincinnati to join them, but Cincinnati just dropped off the pedal for a bit. But I did call Baltimore, Buffalo, and Kansas City to get this far earlier in the season. These are very, very tough games, these ones. Baltimore, I see Baltimore winning. I see the Ravens beating Houston. Again, not going to be as clear-cut what it should be, but I think Lamar Jackson is going to have a good game. Houston will come out and do what they've done, but I think Baltimore are going to have a bit too much to say in the tank in regards to that one. The harder game to call is between Buffalo and Kansas City. This is going to be, I believe, Patrick Mahomes' first playoff game away from Arrowhead Stadium. So this is going to be something completely new to him. But again, he's been in the league for what now? 5 years now? 6 years? So it's not like it's a new environment thing for him, but it's just another stat which everyone's just come up with. But this is a very, very tough game to call. You've got two quarterbacks that like to scramble, that like to run. And they both got good weapons going forward offensively. However, I'm going to go at Buffalo. I'm going to go at Buffalo for this one. I think after what I saw yesterday, I think Buffalo have got a chip on their shoulder, especially with what's happened to them historically in the past. I think they're going to go. They're going to get to a championship game. I see them playing Baltimore. I think that would then come down to them two. I mean, they're the two best teams in the AFC, so I would say that them two would get there. So I'm basically going with all four home teams. So San Francisco, Detroit, and then Baltimore and Buffalo. And if that happens, then Detroit go to San Francisco and Buffalo will go to Baltimore. So again, it's looking like another tough week. 4 brilliant games, 8 very, very good teams playing this one. So it's going to be another good watch. I hope you guys enjoy them. But yeah, just remember, San Francisco, Detroit, Baltimore, Buffalo. That's my predictions for this weekend's divisional games. Again, guys, this is only going to be a short one, but just got news. I'm just looking on the NFL website now, and I was watching the game yesterday between Philly and Tampa Bay. Towards the end, I was watching Jason Kelce. He's the older brother of Travis. He was looking very, very emotional on the sidelines, and I knew from there. I thought to myself, I think he's going to retire, and he's officially now said that he's retiring from the NFL. Probably one of the greatest centers that's ever played the game, and definitely one of the greatest centers in the last few years. He played 13 years in the league. He just decided to call it a day. He played 13 years in the league. The 36-year-old, who is likely bound for the Hall of Fame, has weighed his playing future over the past few seasons. When they lost the Super Bowl a few years ago to the Chiefs, he was undecided to play, continue playing. But a year prior, Kelce announced that he was returning after Sirianni sent him a couple of kicks a beer to entice him to return, which he did. But this time he's moving on. For those of you who haven't seen, he has actually got his own podcast as well with his brother, Jason and Travis Kelce, which is it's called The New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce. It's a very, very good podcast. They're actually both very funny guys. So if you ever get a chance to listen to them, please do listen to them. They're really, really good guys. But what can we say about him? He was selected in the 6th round of the 2011 NFL Draft. He played 193 career regular season games and 12 in the postseason, including starting for the Eagles in the Super Bowl, which saw Philadelphia beat New England 41-33, which was Philadelphia's first Super Bowl. Like I said, he's played 13 seasons. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All Pro, and he's got that one Super Bowl, like I just mentioned. So, Jason, you've been a great ambassador to the game. Whatever you do in your retirement, good luck. You're going to be missed. You will be missed because you're an absolute character. He is an absolute character on the field as well. So, he will be missed in that regard. But guys, this is just going to be a quick follow-up in regards to the NFL Wildcard Weekend. This weekend is the divisional games. Again, San Francisco versus the Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's the NFC. In the AFC is the Baltimore Ravens versus the Houston Texans, and the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So do enjoy those games. They're going to be great games, I think. I've called my predictions. You predict yours. And let's see what we got. Let's see what we come up with. Hopefully my predictions will come up better this time. I was 2-4 with those 6 predictions, so hopefully I'll fare better this time round. So I'm hoping that all 4 home teams should win. But guys, thank you for listening. I'm going to be speaking the next episode very, very soon, which will be the ones that I did speak about before. It will be speaking about the declining strikers in the beautiful game of football, and I will be speaking about the upcoming fixtures for this weekend. The Premiership has actually got its own winter break, so not all the teams everyone played over the weekend. There were 5 games this weekend and there's now 5 this weekend coming up, so I will be speaking about all those games later in the week. But guys, thank you very much for listening in. Take care, enjoy the games this weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. God bless.